Good evening. What day is Monday, October 20, 2025. This is your update for Tuesday, 21st. All right, let's go. Well, let's keep these two in here for now, as usual. And of course, make sure you do wait for an entry. Not a bad day in the portfolio, thanks to mostly NUAI, but everything else did fairly well for the most part. So that was kind of exciting, or kind of a good thing. I don't want to get too excited, in routine one day at a time. But anyway, go ahead and bump your stop on this KYTX. Don't split hairs on this one. If memory serves, I'm 99% sure that I already took partial profits on it when it got really close, within a few cents. So please, please, please do not split hairs if it could stay above 750 or so, even though I realize we're looking for 780, but crazy markets like we've had lately with these crazy stocks, feel free to lock in load a little early. And I'll remind you again in Facebook to kind of beat the dead horse on that. USAR still looks like it has potential, so let's go with that one. And then OR is an example of why you want to wait for an entry, because it did try to take off but stalled out already. But that's okay. Sometimes I like these fake outs. That creates what I call a trend pivot pullback, and that could actually work out pretty good. A lot of super speculative stocks in here again tonight. SPOCs are starting to show up, or SPACs, whatever you want to call them. That one could probably use a little bit more pullback. Anyway, I just want to kind of show you what I'm seeing as I'm seeing a couple of crypto stocks in here too. So we might end up jockeying for position, and by that means, or jockeying for setups, I should say. We might end up taking the ones that we have off now and then added some of these in over time. So obviously I'm reevaluating the situation on a day-by-day basis. So hopefully that makes sense. Let's take a look at the portfolio. ABCL up a little bit off its best levels, but hey, better than poking the eye. 27 cents isn't too bad for a cheapy stock like that. A little bit of an opening gap reversal in ATAI, but only down a smidge on the day. CIFR kind of off to the races. Came back in a little, but still a buck and change. So that's, again, better than the poking the eye. Decent day in KGC. KYTX right here at brand new highs. Again, if he can get fairly close to that IPT again, or just, let's see, we were at the high of 760 today, looking for 780. Feel free to lock and load on that. When they take off really fast like this, especially in like one day, it's usually a good idea to not let that gift horse in the house. In UAI, off to the races. I know this isn't sustainable, but hey, it's kind of fun while it lasts, right? That's a decent move there, up 24% on the day. TFPN, a little bit of a bounce, not too far away from these all-time highs, so we'll take it. Let's take a look at the overall market and drill down a little bit. Obviously, decent day today. S&P 500 just shy of all-time highs, trying to get out of this little high-level range. As I said in the market in a minute, sometimes the market needs a little time. A market needs a little time to digest its gains. NASDAQ composite just off of all-time highs. So decent day there too. Rusty Breed up the rear, yeah, not too bad. Up 2% today, not too far from all-time highs. So that's obviously a good thing. Looks like the world's joining in. EFA shares right at these all-time highs. So that's obviously a good thing. Bitcoin bouncing back a little bit, but it looks questionable for now. So I would avoid that area. Gold, the commodity, bam, winning, banging out new highs with vigor. Gold stocks didn't get the memo, though. Well, they were up, but not up like gold. But they still look pretty good longer term. Broker-dealer bouncing off the bottom of its range. I sure like to see this guy get out of its range soon. If it takes out the bottom of its range, then it could be in trouble. Let's take a look at some other areas. Biotech, bam, winning brand new highs there. Software, a little bit of a bounce. It's kind of pulled back to where it broke out from recently. I sure like to see it break out and not look back. Defense, looking pretty good, trying to rally out of a pullback, so that still looks pretty good longer term, obviously. Metals and mining overall having a decent day, just shy of these all-time highs. Uranium taking a little bit of a breather, I guess Flatsville, but still looks good longer term. That's why we're going after the UAMY. Correction, USAR is the one that is the setup going into tomorrow. Financials bouncing a little bit. They still look toppy, but one or two more big updates would certainly improve that situation. So overall, things still look pretty good. Obviously, there's some areas here and there that aren't fantastic, but overall, again, things still look pretty good. So long side remains a side to play as usual, and of course, wait for entries on your stops and all the other good stuff. Everybody have a fantastic night. If you have any questions, you know the routine. Thank you so much.